Okay, we're in volume 4 of the Bible story. Um, it's the one with David and Goliath on it, and it's by Arthur S Maxwell. We are at part 2, story 13, Two Boys in the Well. Yeah, Two Boys in the Well. Okay. In that hour of his greatest sorrow, David discovered who his real friends were. As the crowds of people poured out of the gates of Jerusalem, men, women, men and women, boys and girls, all fleeing from Absalom, the weeping king noticed that the chief priests, Abathar, and Zadok, Abiathar, and Zadok, Zad, okay, Zadok, I know Zadok, were among them, bearing the ark of God. Their son Jonathan and Ahimazaz, Ahimazaz, were there too. David stopped and spoke to them. Carry the ark of God into the city, he told them. If I shall find favor in the eyes of the Lord, he will bring me again. There he made his way into the wilderness. Meanwhile, Absalom entered Jerusalem with his army and took over his father's palace. Calling his wisest man, and he asked what he should do next. One of them, a Hithophel, okay, he Ahithophel, Ahithophel, advised that David should be persuaded at last, at once, and taken. But Hushi, the Archelaite, David's old friend, tried to delay things. Anxious to give David time to escape, he advised Absalom to wait until he could get all the men of Israel together and then go after David. And the council thought that Hushi's plan was the better one. When the meeting was over, Hushi went to Abiathar and Zadok, the, the priest, and told them to send word at once to David to escape over the Jordan while he still had time to do so. To avoid arousing suspicion, the priest asked a young girl to take the message to their two sons, Jonathan and Ahimaaz, who were staying in the village outside Jerusalem. She did so, but a lad saw them and told Absalom. Jonathan and Ahimaaz must have seen that lad listening and guessed they were in trouble, for they hurried away quickly, looking for a place to hide. As they ran for dear life, they remembered that in the yard of a wait. As they ran for dear life, they remembered that in the yard of a friend's home there was a well. They made for it and climbed down just in time. The woman of the house put a large cloth over the top of the well and spread ground corn on it. So she was drying corn. And that's what, it's a flat surface, and that's what you get. So the two boys heard the shouts of Absalom's men in the yard above them. But the woman did not betray them. When the soldiers had gone their way, Ahimaaz and Jonathan climbed out of the well and hurried to David. Just as it was still dark as when the boys arrived, but David acted at once. He ordered everybody to the riverbank, men, women, and children. Some swam across, others used the ferry boat. 2 Samuel 19:18, chapter 19, verse 18. That's in parentheses. But by the morning light there lacked no one of them that was not gone over the Jordan. So David and his friends escaped. Well, that's cool. And then, of course, they have them little. Because, they had to be men. And it was a thing that if you had corn and you were trying to dry it out, and of course you have the flat, if you wouldn't use that well, you got enough water for it now, you would do that. And they probably didn't know it was a well. They probably thought it was a table. Or a big giant rock. Okay, that was part 2, story 13. And this is a short one. And then we're going to go to the next one. So I'm going to take a break, and we'll go to the next.